Hello there, and welcome to a tutorial on how to get going and started with your new Manifold CRM system. When you first log in with the credentials that you will be supplied, you will come to a screen that looks a little bit something like this. And what we'll do is we'll just run through the functionality of each of the buttons and do a few examples so that you understand how the basic system fits together. Basically, initially you have the ability to add a new client. You have your full client list. By default, you'll have 2 clients loaded, and obviously you have the ability to add as many clients as you need. To open a new inquiry, all transactions that you do with the client will start as an inquiry, and then depending on the options that you choose, may progress into quotes or invoices, etc. But from a communication tracking perspective, an inquiry is all that you need is to be opened, and we will go through that on how that process is done. When you do log action steps and follow-up steps and you hand tasks over from one person to the next, they will be available to view in a calendar view as well as in a list view, which we will show you. As you log all these appointments and tasks and action steps and all your active inquiries, you'll be able to view them by using this button. You'll be able to send follow-up emails to all of your calendar appointments using this facility. You have an important up and coming dates, so using this function you can log dates, important dates for specific clients for specific reasons, birthdays, anniversaries, any form of date that you want to remember. You'll just log that date against the client and it will then appear in that calendar. You have the ability to create and send a limited amount from a bulk emailing perspective. You have a very powerful reporting function, and you have your admin setup. Now, from your admin setup perspective, every function or every drop-down box that you see within the system, you will set up your own lists. There are default list items which are loaded automatically when your profile is created, but you have the ability to go in and edit and alter those to whatever you want. Alright, so let's just go back to the beginning and have a look at our all clients. Initially, when our all client screen opens, we have a summary view of the clients along with any last document that was sent to them, the last contact date, phone numbers, any notes, and the lead date when that client was captured. To see the full details, you simply click on the client's name, and their full details will come up, and you have the ability to fill in all of those details. Alright, you have the ability to set up a few user-defined fields. So if there's a field that you require that is not in the system, you're able to set up user-defined ones, which will be your own ones, which you can use for your own purposes, for any additional information which is not displayed on this screen. Alright, so currently, or basically when your system is first loaded, you don't have any active inquiries. So from the initial screen, what we will do is we will go and open a new inquiry, and then we will follow it through from here. So basically, we click on open new inquiry, we click on the client we want to open the inquiry for, and it immediately will log that this inquiry has been opened. It is unconfirmed, but your inquiry and your communication has now been opened, and you are now able to track all of the communication with regards to the inquiry. If you have specific details around that, you can add them in, and they will appear here. You can obviously contact the client from here. So now basically you've now open the inquiry, and your first step is now to get hold of them to discuss something with them. You can add a new action step. You can say you want to return a phone call and you want to discuss their requirements. Whatever the case is, you want to now do that on the 23rd, and as I've logged in as the tutor, I will give it to myself and I will save that step. So it will now appear in the communication log, but that's not the only place that it will appear. As we now come back to our main screen, we can see that that appointment has now appeared on our main screen. So this is in essence, as we put in appointments and as appointments are recorded for us, they will appear on our to-do list initially, on our initial page when we log in. And we can also go to our calendar and view exactly the same thing that we have on Thursday the 23rd for this person who is the tutor. This is what needs to be done. So basically, when you on your first screen, you have a list view of all of your appointments and tasks to do, and from your calendar you can see it in a Microsoft Outlook type of calendar. Alright, let's just revert back to the all active inquiries again. Okay, we've now got this one listed as an unconfirmed inquiry, who the consultant is, who needs to take the next step, what the next step is, and the next date that that needs to happen. When we now open that inquiry, we now make that phone call. So we make the phone call, we pop it open, we can set that as complete. So we've done that. We say save, and we've now set up an appointment for a different day. So we pop it open, we go to our week view, and we can say we set an appointment at that time at 9 o'clock to meet to sign the deal, or whatever the case is, and it's going to be done by yourself. If you do wish to send a notification of this information to the client, you can check this box and it will send a summary email of this information to the client, notifying them that the appointment has been set. So as you can see now, the communication steps are building and the list is growing, and you have a complete log of all the communication that has taken place with regards to that client, with regards to that inquiry. So if we go back to our main page now, what we will see is that our follow-up has now altered to an appointment on that particular day, and that's what I need to do. So every time you log an appointment or an action step or a task, it will be logged in a number of places and be very quickly available to view. Using this method, you're able to keep complete track of all requirements for all clients and complete communication. And you can set your next steps as far ahead as you wish. If you wish to follow up with this client in 3 months' time, you set your next date as 3 months' time, and the system will then tell you on that day what needs to be done. So in essence, it's a full electronic diary. Now at the same time, with regards to the inquiries, what you're able to do is hand tasks over. So let's say now this appointment has been attended to. So we can open that, we can set it as complete, we can save it. Okay, now we want to hand that task over to somebody else, the next step. So the next step is going to be send email and follow up on documents. Oops, sorry. Okay, and we want to follow up on the documents on the 27th, and I'd like my assistant to do that. When I hand this task over, one, it will send my assistant an email automatically for them to carry out the task. and it will also appear on their calendar. Alright, so let's go back to our main screen. Now you see, from my perspective as the tutor, my task has disappeared. If I go to the calendar, I can go to the week view, and if I go to the assistant, that is what they need to do. If I want to see the tutor's calendar, I can click on tutor and it will show you the tutor's calendar. So you've got a single calendar which you can view multiple users, tasks and appointments, so it's very easy to see who needs to do what and who's followed up with which clients, and the status of all of your clients and contacts and appointments. Let's just go and open another inquiry, and let's open it for this person, and this one we're just going to put in a reference of test, and new arrangement. Okay, phone in, and the first thing I want to do is I need to set an appointment with them on this particular date at that time. It's actually going to be a lengthy appointment. I'm going to, being the tutor, is going to the appointment, and we are going to discuss full requirements, and I can save that. When it comes to your tasks and action steps, in essence you have 3 levels. Red being priority 1, an appointment, something that you will not miss. The green is an action step that needs to take place, and yellow is a task that needs to take place. They've been color coded, so it's easy to see from an importance perspective which ones need to be done first. If we go back now to our main screen, you'll now see that that is my next follow-up is now appeared there, and on my calendar, let's just go back to a previous week. There's the task we have just logged. Okay, so I'm just flicking through for you to see the flexibility of the calendar and everything that you're able to do with it. As soon as you complete this task, you basically can pop it open, you mark it as complete, you can save it, your communication log is building, and you add your follow-up step of whatever your next Now that one we're only going to do in a couple of weeks time, whatever the case is, and we're going to save that. So basically our next follow-up step will be the 8th of May, as we can see here. Now the beauty of this Manifold system is it is what's called a responsive web application, so you can run this on a tablet, you can run it on a cell phone, you can run it on a laptop, any form of computer, an iComputer, a Microsoft based computer. It's web driven, so everything that you need is in one place and accessible anytime as long as you have an internet connection. Alright, so let's just go back and have a look. To add a new client is actually very simple. Click the button, fill in all the blanks, hit the button of save new client, and we can carry on. Alright, let's just have a look at the important upcoming dates. So let's say one of my clients has a birthday. This client has a birthday on a particular day. using this function here, mark your calendar. That is the contact. The date is the 24th and it is their birthday. And you save that. It'll show you that it's been saved. And if we now go to the calendar, we now start to see our calendar building. Okay, and if we go to our important dates calendar, oh, I'm sorry, we're in the wrong week. Okay. There's the Friday the 24th, the birthday that we put in, so that it will remind you in the calendar as on your main screen that you have a special date on the 24th that you need to attend to. So you can send them an email, you can send them an SMS, you can phone them, whatever the case is, but you keep in constant contact with your client. Alright, to send a bulk email, you literally click on the send bulk email button. You have a list of clients here that allow you to send them emails. You're able to select all or select them individually. You enter your subject, you enter your body, you're able to preview the email, and when you click send email, it will send an individualized email to each person. It doesn't say dear client, it will self-address the email to each person. And then from a reporting perspective, as you use the system more, you will obviously get much more information, but you can select all your reporting from between any two particular dates, and you can go to your inquiries breakdown and it will tell you how many you've got confirmed, how many unconfirmed, where all of your leads have come from. And as you switch on more functionality and as you use the quoting and invoice system and that kind of thing, your reporting becomes more and more powerful. Your reporting feature grows along as your system grows. So that's a brief overview and first tutorial on the Manifold CRM system. If there's anything else that you would like to know, either get hold of us or have a look at one of our other tutorials. Thanks very much.